I just got normal bubble milk tea.
Okay. Okay.
Sure.
I
But
still don't.
it
Yeah.
has sago and tapioca balls in it.
I don't like the chewy stuff. I don't like the tapioca and the sago. I
Nah,
like
you
that.
just wrong, Joe. You
I
just
don't know,
Yeah,
wrong.
bro.
you're a freak.
For
You're a
me,
freak.
for
It's
me,
the
I
perfect
just don't like to
balance.
chew my juice, bro. I don't like to chew my juice. I drink it. I
You
don't
can
chew
just
it.
swallow a few.
Eee, okay, big
Do you
boy.
not like
What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 5 of the Hardstuck Podcast. I am Joe, and I am joined by my ranked play teammates, Ben and Garen. Boys, how are we feeling today?
what's up?
No, I'm doing okay.
Okay, okay. How are we enjoying the break
Yeah,
from Call of Duty until COD Champs?
I've been enjoying it. Not having to stress about the games. It's
Stress. Like,
amazing.
bro, you don't have to stress again. Your team's out of COD Champs, bro. There ain't no stresses anymore.
No way, man.
Uh, Ben, how are you? You well?
Oh, I'm feeling quite tired. I had to work today on a Saturday, so that was quite exhausting. My life has stayed pretty much the same with or without C9 being in the running for COD champs.
The viewing has been low and the delusion's been high, you know?
Amen, brother. We gotta keep running that race, my boy. Yeah.
Gotta respect it. You know, some people give up when they like face a little bit of adversity. You just push through, Ben, regardless, you know?
hmm
Okay, so I was thinking for today, obviously we 2 weeks away from COD Champs coming in, and we have 8 teams that are going to COD Champs like normal. So I thought we'd just speak around um, who the 8 teams that are going, what it would mean for their organizations if they win, as well as for some of the players' legacies and how we view them, what would change if they go and win the champs this year. And then we'll get into a few other things, and then obviously Shouty time at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Let's just get started. Okay, so these are obviously our 8 teams that are going to COD champs. I think we'll just start in terms of seeding. So we'll start with like Carolina and Boston and just go work our way up to speak about the teams and how we're viewing a win for them. So yeah, let's start with Carolina then. I don't know, Ben, Garen, what do you
Oh, my
guys
brother,
think
I
of this
got
move?
things to
Yeah,
say.
let
I got
Ben go
flipping
for
things to say.
it.
If Carolina Royal Ravens win COD champs, wait, we talk about winning COD champs,
Yeah, we're talking
right?
about winning COD champs. Yeah,
It
100%.
will bring Slasher out of the brink of retirement, and and if it does not do that, it means he can retire on a great high and a great legacy.
Mm.
It will
Yeah.
eliminate all the seasons of not doing anything and being a decent player but not achieving anything.
Mm.
And if Gwyn um, wins, if he wins the ch championship, then it means he will no longer face the criticisms of
On.
being an online player. And
Mm.
I don't know, TJ's kind of faded into irrelevancy for me. So maybe it will bring attention back to him as
I don't know.
as a
I feel
contender.
like
I
I
don't
feel like
know.
for TJ, like obviously he was really like at his all-time popularity in Black Ops 4 when he was playing for Optic, and he sort of fell
Yeah,
off over the years. And then he sort of had this resurgence, I would say last year when he was probably pretty good at the start of the game, but then obviously fell off towards the end and they didn't even make it to COD champs. So I think if TJ wins this year, like yeah, I mean that's the ultimate comeback. I mean no one expected it from him, and I think it would be cool.
Mm.
TJ's obviously won a few major tournaments here or there, but he's never won champs and he hasn't even been to champs in the last few years. So it would be a big result for him and for his career if he can secure a win here.
he should probably also retire on that high note, I think.
I
Maybe
mean,
the whole team could.
I always respect the players when they like go out on the bang. They don't just hang around until they absolutely trash and like we see
Mm.
them in a bad light. Like if him and Slasher win this and they want to retire at the end, I respect it. They can run with it, you know. It's a good way to go
Please
out.
do. Please do.
Garen, any thoughts?
Well, I think it be if they win champs, it beats all the online allegations. I also feel like I also feel like they're not going to win champs.
Oh no, for sure. No, no. Yeah, I mean they're
Yeah.
a seventh, eighth seed for a reason.
Mm,
But I think that's why also for me it would be
mm,
such a big result for the organization if they did. Obviously for Boston and Carolina, it would be their first tournament win, or not tournament win, but like champs win as an organization. Might actually be their first tournament win as well. And so I mean that would be a huge result. I don't think we've ever had a seventh, eighth seed win COD Champs. So, I mean, that would be a historic Cinderella miracle run in terms of CDL history. Do I think it's going to happen? Probably not. But if it does, I mean, that would make it even more
mm.
impressive, you know?
No, I'd retire from Call of Duty if they win.
Well, if you were Slash or TJ, you out.
No, like me right now, I'll never
Oh,
play the game again
you're
if they
putting it all on
win.
the line. If they were, I'm done
Yeah.
watching the CDL if they win. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Okay. Any other thoughts on Carolina? Maybe we talk about Boston now?
Yeah, let's move on to
Cool.
Boston. Bring it forward, my boy.
Okay. Oh, our boy
Yo,
Sensor. What's
censor.
up, gang? Is he
Well,
getting?
Sensor wins COD Champ.
I don't know.
Joy, tell us your thoughts.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. Boston as an organization is very similar to Carolina. Like I said, it would be their first COD champs. It would be a miracle run if they pulled it off because I also don't think they're really going to be able to do it. So that would be really awesome to see. It would be a true underdog story. For most of the players, I mean, Purge, Snoopy, they're so young in their careers. Like, it's not like a COD champs would like change their whole legacy straight away. But I mean, it would be cool because I mean, obviously, there's not that many players that have won COD champs, so they would be added to an elite um, group of people and names. So that would be cool for them. And I guess the same with Awakening. The only person that I would think that kind of is a big, not a big deal, but like is the biggest deal to would be Cammy, because I mean, obviously the closest he came to was in Black Ops, or sorry, Cold War.
Cold War Cammy. Cold War
Exactly,
Cammy.
Cold War Cammy against FaZe. And I mean, him and Bance tried their best to drag that Toronto Ultra team through the final with FaZe, and Kleenex and Insight just didn't step up for them there. So I do
Kleenex is
think,
one of the greatest SMGs in the game,
okay, we'll
I'll
get to
tell you
the
that one.
SMG pyramid later on, don't worry. But I think it would be some nice revenge for Cammy, especially on a Treyarch game, to have a bit of revenge for Cold War and to get a championship under his name. But that's the only real thoughts I have. I don't know.
My thoughts are that since they are kind of a young team, I guess the them winning will be the only thing that will keep them on the team, I think. Placing well and then
Mm,
winning COD champs would mean they would probably stay in that team or stay in the league. Because I think Awakening shouldn't be there. And the only way he should be there is by getting some success. Cammy, I don't know. He's been so hot and cold
I
since
know
what?
he's been ice cold
Modern
since
Warfare
Cold War.
20,
He's been ice cold,
Modern
bro.
Warfare 2019 and Cold War.
Thieves was a mess last year, and he was still one of the first players to get kicked out because he was ice cold
Yeah.
last year, dude. And not in a good way. He
So
wasn't the ice man. He was just frozen, bro.
I would I think it would keep them in the league.
I think like even more than Slasher and TJ. I think if Cammy wins COD champs, he should retire on a high, bro. Just call it there,
Yeah.
you
You should
know.
never touch the game again.
And I do agree. I think Snoopy's going to have a lot of offers going into next year. So I think the only way
mm,
to really keep him around is to win. Purge and Awakening, I think, are staying because I mean, what other options do they
yeah.
really have? But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Garen, any other thoughts before we move on?
No, I think even if they win, I think Snoopy he goes from being this like top of mid-tier subs
Yeah.
to like third behind Simp and Hydra.
I mean, it depends if he plays well. I mean, if Cammy and
Yeah.
Purge turn up and Snoopy's like looking lost in the finals and he doesn't know
Mm.
he's on main stage, then I don't know. I don't know if we bump him up. But I mean, yeah, I mean, this
He's been
only
the
is
most consistent player
yeah, for sure.
for
No, I'm sure he
Boston,
will put up the numbers and
and
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see if they can actually pull it up. We'll pull that out of the hat, and we'll see where we're ranking Snoopy at the end. Okay, so the next team we're going to be speaking about is Toronto Ultra. There's the four
mm,
boys right there. Um, Garen, I don't know if you want to speak a little bit about what would
yeah.
for the organization, for the players, what winning COD champs would mean for them.
I think as an organization, Toronto Ultra beat the like
choking.
they beat the choking. Yeah,
Yeah.
the choking allegations.
Since Modern Warfare 2, when they saw Kismet,
Yeah,
when they saw the Bulldog on stage.
and they got so scared. I think Kleenex, Kleenex and Insight probably become one of the best duos like in CDL history if they end up winning, and Kleenex becomes GOAT SMG. Hmm?
Ben's like, yeah, yeah, I'm buying that
Yeah.
stock. I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah, I've been telling you guys for a while.
Mm, mm,
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I mean, also for the organization, it would be their first COD Champs win. It would be a little bit of revenge for them, for what happened in Cold War where they came second. Um, I think, yeah, really for Joe Deceives, obviously, I mean, obviously for all of these players, it's their first um, COD Champs win.
ring.
But I mean,
Mm,
for Beans and Joe Deceives, I'm pretty sure it would be their first LAN win as well. So like that would be huge for their career. And I mean, if you're gonna win one,
mm.
win the big one. You got to respect that.
Yeah.
And then obviously Kleenex and Insights, yeah, a little bit of revenge for Cold War, and it'll be their
Mm,
first championships. So I think that would be really cool. I don't think like it ultimately affects any of these guys' legacies that much. Like doesn't push them into like top 15, top 10 conversations, obviously. But I mean, yeah, I mean, obviously they joined the exclusive group of COD Champs winning players, which I mean, you're not going to take away the fact that that did happen. Yeah, Ben, you have any thoughts?
Um, I think them placing or winning COD champs is the only thing that keeps this roster from being blown up. If there's another year of poor success, I think they have to get rid of Kleenex or Insight or try something new. And if they win, it only cements Joe Deceive's legacy, and he moves into that
Top
range
five,
of
top three
being
range in
yeah
SMGs. Yeah.
being
mm.
one of the best players. Um, Beans should probably retire if he wins this one, I think. But otherwise, I think
No,
I think it
if
would be
Beans
good.
wins, bro, he's finding Hercules and he's decking him on the stage,
Eating
bro.
him.
You take my place. You take my place. Oh, that's hilarious. And I think it would be a nice story as well. Obviously, it's not as big of a Cinderella run as like Boston and Carolina, but I mean, for some degree, Ultra was written off a little bit at the end of last year. Obviously,
Mm,
giving up Scrap, Envoys leaving, bringing in Joe Deceives, who had a decent year for LA Thieves, but hadn't done anything spectacular. And then obviously Beans with some question marks. And I think if they go on and win, they'll have absolutely exceeded expectations, not as much as some of
mm.
your other teams, but definitely, yeah, they're not doing what was expected of them. It would still be a good underdog story if they went and won it. So I think that's something to keep in mind. Any other thoughts before we move to the next team?
Nah, let's move to the next team, brother.
Yeah. So the next team we're going to be speaking about is Vancouver Surge. And there's the boys.
Ooh.
Ben, what you thinking? What you thinking for the Surge, eh?
Oh, my brother, if O4 wins this championship, then he becomes my number one player. I call him O1 instead. 'Cause he'll be number one.
You can upgrade to
Uh,
O1, baby. You got my permission.
um, I don't know. It's kind of crazy thinking how this team has had so much success, but they're probably uh, the team most expected to not win COD champs, even though they might appear in the finals, which is kind of crazy to
Mm,
think. It would be very unexpected, and it would definitely launch all these players into a better legacy, more recognition, and like better spots in the future, I think. Um,
No, you
but
in this league,
yeah,
even a tournament win, you can ride that hype over for a while, bro. You
for
can get a good three to
yeah.
4 years of securing a
yeah.
spot in teams you may not deserve based on previous winning history. So yeah, for their future, it'll definitely be a win.
Mm.
Garen, any thoughts?
I think if a Bruiser slays out, if a Bruiser and Neptune slay out winning champs, because what? A Bruiser's in his second year?
Yeah, second year.
He's in his second year? So winning a ring in your second year is impressive by itself.
Yeah, I mean, not many
And
players do
also,
it. I mean, we saw it took
mm,
Dashy, what, 7 years?
yeah. And then
Dash
also
is
Neptune,
terrible.
Okay, we'll get to Optic then. Calm down. Sorry, carry on, Garen.
and then Neptune coming back, like probably what? It's his first time playing in the league since Cold War.
He played a really small role at the beginning of Vanguard, but yeah, since then he's been out of it.
Yeah.
So it's been a while.
So coming back, Ben, what are you flipping typing, bro? Yeah, so Neptune coming back after years of challenges, and firstly coming back and being probably the third to fourth best SMG in the game. That's impressive by itself. And
Yeah.
then if he takes them to champs or takes them to the ring, yo, goat. Goat for this game.
Yeah, I mean, I think for another thing to remember, I think for all of these players, it's similar to Boston. This would not only be their first like champs win, it would be their first major chip win or whatever. So if you're going to
Mm,
win the big ones, that would be huge for their legacies. And also I think for Surge as an organization, I mean, obviously the first 2 years with Octane in 2019 and Cold War, they were terrible. Like they were really bottom of the barrel. Then obviously they found success in Vanguard when they added Pred and Sib, but they haven't really been able to
mm,
find that again since they moved on from those players. So I think it would be good for the organization to finally get a second win under their belt, get a championship, and like sort of elevate them from the bottom of the league to actually like, okay, cool, we can compete in this league. So I think that would be pretty cool. Um, yeah. Any other thoughts, Ben, before we move on?
No, I'm good, brother.
Yeah, cool. The next team we're going to speak about is Miami Heretics.
Ooh,
Yeah, let it run, Ben. Let it run.
well, if they win COD Champs, definitely start learning some Spanish so I can hang out with some raincore, you know what I'm saying? Um, I mean, I think that would be a really nice narrative to see not just another North American team be
Yeah, I
able
mean, I
to
know
win
they're
it and
Miami
show more
based, but
di
they're a Spanish
yeah.
European team, so
yeah.
100%
to
Ben. Yeah.
show more diversity because that's what COD League was built upon, and it's kind of shifted away from that massively. I mean, COVID didn't help, but I think that would be a really awesome narrative, and that would change the perception of the league, and hopefully bring in more teams to try building foreign rosters and
I
stuff.
mean,
You
we're
know?
already seeing it with like
Yeah.
obviously Gentlemates, and then now Miami, we have Falcons and stuff. So I do think they are branching out, but it's definitely in terms of players and organizations, it was very much concentrated in North America. So that would be really cool. And I also think, I mean, I know they're a Miami-based team, excuse me, but I think they would be the first European team to win COD champs. I don't think
Mm.
a European team has ever won COD champs, not even just in CDL history, but in like COD like history. So I think that would be big for champs. Um, yeah. Garen, any thoughts?
I think if they win the chip and then they continue success, or more specifically, Rencore,
Yeah.
if they win the chip of him going insane and then they continue playing well for the next couple of years, I think he could definitely be in that top 15 or top 20 to 15 range by the end of his
I mean, he's knocking on the
career.
door. I mean, in terms of
Mm,
players in this league, I think he's probably top 10. So obviously he
mm,
needs to get some wins under his belt for all-time conversation and stuff, and it's way too early to be
mm.
having those. But I mean, obviously you got to win a chip to
Yeah.
start entering those conversations. So I
I
think,
don't know.
Mm.
He's already quite close to Arcites. So we'll have to see.
oh my gosh. But yeah, I do think if they win, obviously I think Raincore specifically, I think Super Azor in the conversation, whatever, but I do think it'll be one of the more impressive rookie seasons that we've seen in a while. Obviously, you have Simp and
Yeah.
Shotzi that won COD champs in their rookie seasons. So those are obviously the best. And I mean, yeah, those are different levels of players. But I do think
Mm.
if Raincore leads Miami to this win, I do think it'll be one of the more successful rookie seasons we've seen in recent history. I mean, Scrap almost did it in Modern Warfare 29, Modern Warfare 2, but I
Modern
mean, he
Warfare
couldn't get
2.
over the hump in the final. So I do
Mm.
think, yeah, Raincore would definitely be up there. And then obviously it would be the first major win for any of these players as well as their first chip. So you got to give them a nod for that.
Mm.
Any other thoughts before we move on?
Nada, 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 nada.
Okay. Oh, I almost skipped the GOAT team, bro. Sheesh.
Oh, so hit us with it. What do you think? Green wall
Okay,
forever. What do you think?
what you say?
Green wall
Green
forever.
wall forever, bro. That thing's been crumbling for years, brother. Let me tell you. Okay, but I will say, if Optic go and win this, I'm talking as an organization now. If Optic go and win this one, dude, then it doesn't matter all the nonsense, all the drama, all the like letdowns they've done this year. If they win this champs, then like they've completely overshadowed that and they've done well. I mean, they'll have been the first team to have gone back
To
to
go
back
back to
as
back.
well as win
Mm.
two COD champs in the CDL history. So I mean, that's huge. And I really think, and I don't want to harp on this too much, but I mean, since Cold War, including last year, Optic has only won three majors. And I do think if they, and that's probably less than all your other big teams have over the last few years. So I really do think like winning another COD champs would really secure them as cool. Like they're not just the biggest, most popular organization. They can actually win at this level in the league. So I do think that'll be important for the organization. But yeah, I mean, obviously, back to back, if they do with all the nonsense that has happened today, whatever deals they were making on the side, bro, would obviously have paid off. But that's still a big if because they definitely not my favorites, probably not my even my top four favorites to winning this thing. I don't know. Garen, Ben, do you guys want to speak about specific players and what it would mean?
I think I think Shotzi might have a case to go like top seven,
If he wins
like
his
all
third,
time.
yeah, you got to
Yeah.
put him in that because I mean it's
Even
also
Mm.
higher.
yeah I think I don't know
He's
how
going
like
straight to number two for me.
okay there we go.
Mm.
Ben selling him from 12th to third, second, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah. I think I think top five's a hard argument like
Because I
to
mean, you
get
have a lot
into.
of players that have three rings in that argument, so it's not
Mm.
like he's the only one. But I do
Yeah.
think top seven is probably a good range for him. Obviously, I think the thing for him is like he would have accomplished so much in a shorter number of years than most of these players. And I mean, it's all been in the CDL history. Winning back to back, he'd be the
Mm.
first player to do that in COD Champs. He'd be the first player, or the first player to do that in CDL history. He'd be the first player to win three championships in the CDL. Like he has the MVP, he has the tournament MVPs.
Mm.
Yeah, I think it would be a huge boost for his legacy. You can debate where you'd put him in the top 10, but for me, if he wins this one, and wins the tournament MVP, or even if he doesn't, I think he's in top 10 conversations for sure.
Mm.
Um, yeah. Ben, speak about your boy Dashi. What would winning this do for your boy?
You should just retire if he wins, eh? Nah. For all of them, the winning the COD champs will just uh keep their careers going because I think they will be under less scrutiny and the things that had been used to criticize them would now have been like achieved again and again. So there would be less to stop people from recognizing their greatness. And if they win COD champs, I'll personally paint my new phase merch green just to out of respect for Optic.
You haven't even
So
got the phase merch yet, and you're already making these type of promises, bro.
yeah,
That's crazy.
I promise to everyone.
I do think I do think for Dashi and Hook, I think this ring would be very important. Because obviously it would be Hook's second ring, it would be Dashi's second ring, and I think that would catapult them into top 20, top 15 players of all time range, which I don't think they are currently without the win. But then also, I mean, yeah, you have to lay up some other things. But I do think for their legacies, it does quite a bit. Obviously, I think Dashi would join Shotzi as the only player to go back to back in the CDL history. So that's quite a big move. But yeah, we'll have to see. And I think for Mercules, maybe not as much as Raincore, but also it would be a really impressive season. I think
Mm.
um, he would get the mantle of bringing Optic from the brink of death and bring them to COD champs. So I think that'll do well for his stock and his legacy. And I mean, obviously, this boy's a shooter, so he doesn't need the help, but he'll definitely have a place in the league for the next 15 years if that's the case.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Los Angeles Thieves. Boys, what are we thinking? If they win,
Hate these guys.
Okay. What was that?
I see them win. I'm about to end it all. I don't want to see that.
Whoa.
Damn. They stole your favorite player and you're angry, huh?
Yeah,
If they
for sure.
win, I think they might be considered like on par with Cold War phase, if not better, considering it was done on land, everything, all the wins. They might be one of the greatest rosters ever formed.
I do think, I mean, if they three-peat
Mm.
with it ending at COD Champs, I mean, yeah, 3 out of the 5 tournament wins and the biggest one. I do think you have to look at it as a very successful season and one of the better teams that we've had in the CDL history. I think as a franchise, I think obviously LA Thieves would be the first team to win 2 championships in CDL history. So that's a big result. And I mean, I don't think they overtake FaZe because FaZe has just had the consistency since the start of the
Mm.
CDL. But I do think you can make the argument that that would catapult them into one of the more or the most successful franchise that we've had in CDL history. Um, but I do think FaZe still has that mantle just because of their consistency throughout the years. But I think LATs have achieved a lot in the last few years to like make that at least a close conversation that you can have.
You would also have to acknowledge Envoy's success on multiple teams as well, winning 2 championships and also being part of multiple rosters. That's quite impressive, I think, as
Yeah, and
well.
I don't know.
Mm.
I was seeing some people speak and they're not really giving Envoy his flowers and stuff. And I know we like to hate on him. And I mean, he is probably the least
The,
like talented or
yeah,
like flashy player on the LA Thieves, but he still does his
The
bit.
greatest slumper of
He
all
offers
time.
that leadership. And I mean, yeah, you can't deny like he's been one of the premier players and he's been around and he's won across multiple titles with multiple teams. Like you can probably make the case that he's been one of the most successful players in the CDL history. I do think obviously Shotzi, Simp, even Kenny are probably still above him in that regard, but he's definitely in the conversation there. So you have to give his flowers for that.
mm,
Um, and yeah, I mean, for me, this was the expectation, right? When this team was formed, when
yeah,
they came together, the expectation was to win multiple majors and to win COD champs. And so they wouldn't be exceeding expectations, but at least they would be meeting it and they would probably be achieving the mantle of super team that's been placed on them. So I think that would be a big thing. And then obviously like everyone was going crazy once phase one, major two, and major one going like, oh, three-peat with EWC last year. Blah, blah. Like, I mean, if Thieves do it, they've actually three-peated in the current season and could go on to win 4 in a row if they go to EWC and win that. So I think it would be a huge result for Thieves, not in terms of exceeding expectations, but just, I mean, regardless, it's consistent winning at the highest level. Like you got to give them
mm.
credit for that. I don't know, Garen, talk about your boy Hydra. If he wins this one, what does it do for his legacy, bro?
Do you think if Hydra wins this this ring, does he overtake Shotzi?
It's a good question.
Well,
Because
I think it's close.
it definitely does because Shotzi only has one ring, in my opinion. It's a Mickey Mouse championship.
I do think I do think you can make the argument. I won't say definitively that he would, but I mean, we've seen, especially this year, Shotzi has not been that good, dude. Like, I would argue Hook has been the better SMG on Optic. I don't think Shotzi has been their best player. And we saw, even with Hydra, we thought, yo, that Subliners team was so good. Like, they're doing so much. We saw when Hydra left, bro. Those bums were barely shooting, bro. Like, I think we didn't realize how much Hydra was doing. Like, we knew he was the best player in the world, but we didn't know how much he was actually doing until he left, and we saw Kismet Skies and Priester running around like blind people trying to find the point, bro. So like I think yeah, Shotzi not only consistency in terms of how good of a player he has been with whatever team you put him around, but then you'll have the winning to do it as well. So I definitely think you can make the argument, but yeah, I don't know. I'll sit on the fence for this one. It's a bit of a tough one.
yeah, I also think it's quite close. I think
Yeah,
Hydra is arguably he's arguably like the third best player in the league right now, behind Scrap and Sal.
and it's been that way
So
since Modern Warfare 2.
yeah, mm,
Not behind, but like he's been the best player, like top three.
yeah.
Ben, your
Uh,
boy Scrap, dude. Oh, sorry,
mm.
Garen, do you want to say something else?
No, Ben. I was about to talk about scrap, but Ben got this.
Well, what's up, my brother? What you want to know?
If Scrap wins this, bro, what does it do for him?
Greatest AR of our generation, I'll tell you that much. He overtakes anyone ahead of him. I mean, he might be better than Formal at this point because
Oh my
same
God.
same ring. No, if Scrap wins, there is nothing that can be used to criticize him because he would have had the success, the winning success, the
The
consistency, the
stats.
accolades, the performance, the stats. He is a fantasy draft dream because of all the stats he pulls, and he's a
And he can also
consistent
win.
player,
And he can still win with
and
that.
then
Yeah.
he would also win. Yeah, so he's Lamar Jackson that can actually like succeed. So that's great to see.
No, I do think, yeah, I do agree. It would be huge for Scrap. And it's really like the only, like the last monkey that's on his shoulder. He's won across multiple titles. He has Rookie of the Year. He has tournament MVPs. He's the best player in the league, top three in the league, whatever you want to say. The only thing left is the COD Champs ring. And yeah, I'm really hoping he can get it. Not only for the team, but for him, it would be really cool to see. So I'm hoping that'll come around. And I know we touched on Envoy a little bit. I'm sorry, no, before we go into that, I do think for Hydra and Scrap, I think for Scrap, if he wins this one, it securely puts him in top 15 all time. I know it's only his third season, but he's done so much in those 3 seasons that I think you can make the argument for top 15 all time. And Hydra, if he wins this one, securely top 15 and arguably top 10 if you really want to stretch the recency bias on the argument. I don't know how you guys feel about that.
I think top 15. I don't know about top 10.
Yeah, I think top 10 would be a stretch.
Yeah. But if Scrap wins this, he also beats Straza with the beef, you know? What's Straza gonna say now?
Yeah. No, fair enough. Fair enough.
What they gonna say now?
Okay. And then I know we touched on Envoy a little bit, but yeah, I do think if he wins another one of the most successful players in the CDL history. I think it puts him in top 15 all time securely. I don't think top 10 range, just because yeah, I don't think he's always been the best player on his team. So I have a like Shotzi, Hydra, Scrap. They're the best players on their teams. So like when they win, like it's normally on their shoulders. But Envoy, I don't always feel that. But I
Yeah,
do think he does
Envoy can be living on easy mode a bit sometimes.
sometimes. Yeah, which I mean, yeah, I mean one of our criticisms was when they made when they lost Major 1 and Major 2 was that when we needed Envoy to step up, he didn't, and then Major 3 and Major 4 he did. So I do think he's found his rhythm with the team. But I do think that would put him securely in top 15 all time if he wins this one. And your boy Ghosty Ben, who you didn't want to retire against Scrap and Celia, bro. What are we talking about for him if he wins COD Champs this year?
Um, I don't know. I think he's not as flashy as the other players, so people downplay his role in it. I think he is sometimes the glue and the foundation of the group, and I think he will be recognized a lot more if they win it. And I don't know. I think winning is the only thing that this roster needs. If they don't win, you almost ask the question of like, do they run it back or do they
Find
do
an
they
upgrade
try
or do
again?
something, yeah.
Because it's built for winning only. That's there's nothing below that would be acceptable, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
So,
For
yeah.
sure. Okay.
But also, this is Ghosty's third season where in Modern Warfare 2, he was with Optic, and at times he seemed like the best or the most consistent player on Optic.
Mm.
In Modern Warfare 3, he not carried,
No, you did.
but
His
yeah.
shoulders were so sore by the end of the year, I'm telling you, bro. Sorry, Karen.
Yeah. He took underdog LAP's team to like top 4
Yeah, top 4 champs, yeah.
to top 4 at champ.
And second
So
place
if
in
he
EWC. So
so if he ends up winning this ring, I don't know if he's like in any all-time conversations yet,
no.
but damn,
But in our
he's
hearts,
worked
in
for
our
this.
hearts, he's all time, bro. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
You can
saying?
be top 50 all time.
They don't give
Never
it to him.
Top 50.
Yeah. Okay. Any more thoughts on LA Thieves before we go into our final team?
No, get them out of here. I'm
Yo, they
tired of
better
looking at
flip
their
the win.
faces.
They better flip and win. Okay. And then we got the big swingers. We got Danny
Oh,
Draza. We got Bird Boy. And we got the Tiny
Yeah.
Terrors, bro.
my
We
shins
got
are scarlet.
the gang.
My heart is red.
Atlanta FaZe. This is Ben's team, supposedly since New York lost Hydra. Ben, tell us what this would mean for you, sir.
You know, my
No,
blood
not
is
for the
red,
franchise,
so
not for the players. What it would mean for you.
my blood is red. My heart is red.
Oh, they
I
both
love
red.
FaZe. They both red, my brother. They both red. So I don't know. I've I, I'm quite a incognito FaZe fan where they're not actually the team I support, but I do love some
It's not as
watching
incognito as
some
you
FaZe.
think, Ben.
I love watching some FaZe moments, you know. I think like with Optic, if they um win COD Champs, I think it eliminates all the blemishes in the season with them always seeming to slow down in the middle of the season and towards the end and not really having the kill factor to get it done when it counts, especially for COD Champs. So I think it only further progresses their legacy of actually having that killer mindset and increases their ring count and their win loss um, at COD Champs, and I think that's the only thing that's eluding them right now. That because they can dominate the regular season, especially the first half of it. It's the COD Champs that is always
And it
the
started
greatest and
slipping
most
over the
difficult
last few
prize.
years. I mean,
Yeah,
Simp and
Yeah.
Abizi and Celium were guaranteed top two at COD Champs, and then they top three in Modern Warfare 2, and then top six in Modern Warfare 3.
I
Like,
don't. I don't know what else you could possibly do with this roster if they don't win
if
this
they
time.
lose, someone's leaving. If they need to,
Yo,
they need to. Like,
Yeah,
bye bye
it's
Beezy,
time.
bro.
I think Sol's gone. I think it'd be interesting if Abizi went. I think that would be a good
Do you
move.
think do you think any of them would retire if they didn't win?
No, no. I think all of
No,
them want to
No?
compete still. I don't think
No.
retirement's on the cards at all. But I think you got to
Might
mix
be
it
a good
up, dude.
idea for some of
You got
them
to
though.
mix it up. Um, but yeah,
I don't
Garen,
know. Abizi is so good,
he doesn't get
and
doesn't get the credit though.
yeah, he doesn't get the credit in phase. So if they lose, I would love for him to leave to a different team where he's the main SMG and
You
just
need me.
beat yeah, and just beat all the narratives of. I don't even think people are talking about this, but it always feels like when they talk about Simp and Abizi, it's always yeah, Simp's there
Simp's
dragging
Batman,
Abizi.
Abizi's Robin.
Yeah,
Not even Robin.
yeah,
They call Abizi Alfred sometimes, bro. He dragging him through.
yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah,
No, I do think, but yeah, let's not focus on what would happen if they lose. If they win, what are we talking about for these players' legacies?
Yo,
What do we think? What do you think happens?
they're all in my top four. Yo, instantly.
I do think Draza is top 15 then. He's won two.
yeah, for sure.
Draza's top 15. Celium's top 10 because he's won two, has an MVP. Abizi is what, top five because he's won three. And Simp, I think you can make the argument for best player of all time. It might be early, but he has two regular season
I think he'll go to
MVPs.
second for now.
I think, I think he's securely second, but I think you can make the argument. And I might let the recency bias eat away and just name him the best player of all time. I don't know, because you can't tell me Simp hasn't been out of this world since he joined in BO4, dude. He has been the best player in the league.
The dirty things I would do if FaZe wins. Yo.
Yeah,
Okay, we're just gonna leave it there because I don't want to speak too much about this. After
Yeah.
Ben says something like that. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be speaking about is obviously Breaking Point post Major 4 put out these different pyramids for their ARs and SMGs. So we're just going to quickly go over them and say how we feel about where the players are stacking up, and what we think of the pyramid. So we'll start with the AR one first. Initial thoughts? Scrap's in the right place for sure. Like
Yeah.
he's the best. Celium's also in the right
Yeah.
place, and I think Renko was in the right place as well. My boy was gunning in Major 4.
I think I'll still keep Abuza in the same tier, but I'd put him over Dashi. I'm putting over
I
Dashy.
don't think I think they say not left to right,
Well,
just tiers. So I think they're all equal on the same tier.
okay.
So I don't think we need to think too much about it. But I do agree with you. I do agree with you with
The
that.
one change I could see is I think Super should be a tier above. I would drop down Mercules or Drazo.
Yeah, I didn't think Draza had the
Mm.
best major four.
You didn't?
Like I don't know, he
Yeah.
seemed he seemed a bit lost at points. Like Simp turned up and Draza kind of turned down a little bit. So you definitely can make the
Mm.
argument for Super. But I guess FaZe still made it to grand final, so you got to respect that.
Mm.
Um,
And then they lost.
and then yeah, I mean Ghosty I think is in the right place. Mercury's as well. I think you can argue him there. I think Nasty's
Mercules can
not.
drop down one.
You're right. I think Nasty has had an underrated season though. Eh? Like I think at the
No, he's
beginning,
terrible.
no, he was dropping like 2 KDs against FaZe and stuff. Like
I
Nasty has
hate
played very
Nasty.
well this season. I've been
I
very
don't want to
impressed
see
with
him in
him.
the league. Yo,
Okay. And
Yeah.
are there any other players that you guys think should be rather on this pyramid?
what are the ARs are there? There might be an argument for Skies to be a tier below, maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. On your top
Um,
teams, I mean, I don't think Insight or Beans are in conversations at all.
no.
Mm.
I think these are your players. I don't think there's really anyone else you can shift up, and I think they've gotten it majority right. I just think, yeah, I think Super down two is a bit crazy. I think Super should be tier three. And I could
Yeah.
see Draws or Mercury's go down.
Otherwise, I
Yeah.
think it's okay. Yeah, they did a pretty good job with it.
And also, I mean, for sure, it wasn't Nasty and Abuser that were the problem for Surge in Major Four. It was
Oh,
O 04 and Neptune who forgot their thumbs at home, bro. Because like,
yeah.
yeah, okay.
Yo, stick
So,
on thumbs.
so we happy with these ones? We're good to go to SMGs.
Mm.
Okay,
Yeah, boy.
let's take a
Yes,
look
I
at
am
them SMGs.
blessed.
Mm,
Oh,
okay,
prospect.
Garen, what you thinking, bro?
I don't know. I don't know about Hydra being one. It's like I think that's a bit of recency bias. I think Simp, unless this is purely for Major Four, but I think throughout the season, Simp has been the best SMG.
I don't know, stats wise, Hydra's higher, and I think he's had a better season than Simp.
Mm.
Simp slumped quite hard during Major Three, and he wasn't that good going into Major Four until it was a LAN
Till the
environment.
finals.
Qualifiers,
Mm.
he struggled quite a bit. Um, in my head, Hydra's number one without a doubt. Simp is second. Envoy, yeah, I think he had a good Major Four. So I think you can
Mm.
make the argument for him there. I'm glad Shotzi's in tier four. I think that's where he belongs. I don't think he's given us
Yeah.
a tier three or above season. I think Hook is tier three. Like I said before, he's been the best SMG on Optic. Joe Deceives in the right place. Neptune, if it's just Major Four, man should not be on the pyramid. If it's the whole
Neptune could
season,
be out of the pyramid.
if
He can
it's just
build his
Major
own
Four,
pyramid.
for sure, he should be. But then Kleenex should
Kleenex should
join him as
be
well.
tier
Yeah, I agree.
two.
I agree. Neptune and Kleenex should be out of here, man.
Tier two, yeah.
Yeah.
Tier two? Nah, you're smoking, man.
Yeah,
You're
he's one of the
smoking.
best. He's one of the best to ever do it, my
Oh my
boy.
gosh. Oh my
He's
gosh.
always right there. He can't win, but he's always right there.
Okay. Ben, do you have any thoughts about the pyramid?
I don't like seeing Neptune there, man.
Yeah, I don't think
I'd,
Neptune should be here.
I'd kick him out.
I think at
Um,
least tier four. I don't think he didn't give us a tier three
yeah,
major four.
Mm.
but I do think Hail Hydra 100%, my brother. He deserves to be at the top. And
Handies,
Garen,
baby. Handies.
Garen is like the fakest fan out there. He 1 minute he loves some Hydra time. Next thing he doesn't think Hydra's like top 10
He's
player. So
playing
I
he's
don't
playing
really know
hard
what's
to
going
get with
on
him,
there.
bro.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Do
Do
I
you
love
guys,
Hydra? Do I not? Who knows?
yeah. Do you guys think Hook over BZ?
No.
Yeah. Abizi had a rough major four. He was their worst player at phase at
Mm.
major four. Like
But
Draza slipped down a little bit, but Abizi was lost.
Hook
Mm.
is always terrible, so I don't know.
I do think I'm normally a big Hook hater, but I think this year he's been Optic's best SMG, and I think he's done really well. And the stats are there. The winning
He
hasn't been
hasn't been
there, but
as brain dead.
yeah. He hasn't done anything like push up on P4 at Zakwa and flip spawns and mess up everything for subliners to
Yeah.
sneak in and win. So
Sure.
Yeah.
we'll give him that. And I think Real in tier four is also a good shout. I think he's had a good
Mm.
season. A bit of an underrated underlying season. But I think he's there for sure. But yeah, definitely Kleenex out of here. Probably bottom tier. I just gotta
Ballin for Al.
Okay. So we happy with the S&G pyramids? We good?
Mm.
Okay. So I'm not sure if you guys saw, but like there were some rumors going around about some new game that's coming out this year, like Black Ops 7 and stuff. I don't know if you guys heard anything about that. But we thought apparently there was a little trailer that also was getting shown around. So we thought we'd watch that live, react to it, and then just give our
Oh my
thoughts about the
word.
upcoming game and the upcoming season. Obviously, Ben is thrilled, so this is gonna be a fun
I
segment.
hate I hate Treyarch. I hate Black Ops. Most overrated.
Okay, you guys ready?
Ready.
Let me just check that it's not on. Okay,
This is the
let's do
first
this.
time I'm watching it.
Hey, yo, easy there, buddy.
Sure. The graphics are quite nice.
Well, they always look good on the theatrical trailer, bro.
Yeah.
Let's wait till we in the
Is it
game.
meant to be sound?
No.
Can you guys not hear?
No.
No?
I don't know. I can hear.
Yeah. Is this a continuation of Black Ops 3?
Apparently, it's between Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3. Hey, yo.
What?
Hey, Baba, that's a digital butterfly. He's in
Sure.
Zombieland.
Zombie.
This might be the first COD campaign I actually play. Mm.
Bro, it's giving Cyberpunk Edge Runners vibes, dude.
Yeah. Mm.
And he's kind of sexy.
Oh.
The graphics do look good though.
It's Pennywise. My father, Alex Mason. That looks like a real actor. That doesn't look like. That looks like they filmed an
Nope.
actual scene.
Yeah, I also thought so.
Active camera.
Yeah.
Active camera confirmed. Shiver me timbers, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, okay. Ben, as our resident Treyarch hater, my bro, let us know what you're feeling for Black Ops 7, bro.
well, I mean, looking at this picture, they should have called it Black Ops Sexy, not Black Ops 7. Because I think they need to work on the name. Um, I mean, I don't really like Treyarch. Well, I like Treyarch games, but I think they are overrated, especially nowadays when I don't think they've made that incredible games. Like I think Cold War was even overrated. Um, so
No, don't tell
that
Aiden
that's
that.
just my that's just my that's just my personal opinion. But I mean, the trailer got me excited. The graphics look good. Um, it was kind of like the one time that I watched a movie uh in theaters that was in Japanese and had Chinese subtitles. So I didn't really know what was going on, Um, but but I still enjoyed it nonetheless.
Ben was
Um,
hearing and reading in different languages, bro, that he
so
can't even speak.
so from the pictures were lovely. I don't know what it all means, but yeah, I'm excited to see what it's like. And then, I know they mentioned like wall running and stuff like that, so there will be some kind of advanced movements which we haven't had for a while. So I
Yeah,
think that change
let's
of
chat
pace would
about
be
the
good.
advanced movement. Are you guys
Yeah.
excited for that, or what do you think with that?
I'm
Garen?
so excited.
Is it?
Yeah. It it was just lost like since Vanguard, it's been on the boots or on the
Bro,
ground. Yeah.
since World
Since
War II in
Cold War.
2018, it came out in 2017,
Damn.
it's been boots on the ground. It's been 9 years since we've had advanced movement. And I know
Yeah.
they shoved advanced movement down our throats with 3 games back to back with Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, and then Infinite Warfare. And so we were tired by the end of it. But it's been
Mm,
9 years. I think we're ready for some advanced movement. I don't think it's going to
mm.
be complete jetpacks flying around everywhere, but I do think some advanced movement will be nice and refreshing to get again. I do agree with you on that, Garen.
Well, some advanced movement with Omni movement as well. That would be
Yeah, it's going to
so
make it
much fun.
spicy. It's going to make it spicy.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that. I mean, we saw it a little bit at the end there, like they had the active camo thing and stuff. So I wonder if they're going to
Mm.
do like some specialist type thing again, which I don't
I
know.
need specialists.
I
I
know you're a
need
big fan
specialists
of
in my life.
specialists, Ben. I like them as well. I think they add to the game, they add to the excitement. They sort of like added score streaks. So that's always exciting. But I don't know, Ben, why are you excited for specialists? And I'm worried the CDLs is gonna, or not CDL, the players are just gonna GA them. Hopefully they don't do that. But yeah, sorry,
I don't
Ben.
know. I
Speak
don't know
about
why they get so much hate. I think from what I heard, it's because it's like a luck-based thing, or it feels like um, people that aren't that good can have a moment to shine with it and go crazy.
Mm.
But I don't know. I kind of like the variety and the excitement it can bring in stuff you can't really prepare for. I don't know.
yeah.
Brings a different kind of thing to the
I
game.
like it. I
Mm.
think it adds to it. I mean, it's the same with like a streak or like when you know someone's close to getting their specials, like, oh cool, they're going to use this to break the hill or they're going to use this to
Mm.
defend the hill. And I mean, yeah, everyone gets it over time, but the more you do and the better you play, the quicker you get it. So you still earn it if you're playing better than other players.
Mm.
Um, so I mean, I think for public matches, it's a bit more annoying. For pros, I enjoy it a lot. Like I loved it in Black Ops 4 when they had the specialists and stuff. So we'll see. So I'm
No.
excited. I do have high hopes
Mm.
for Black Ops 7. The one thing I will say is, have we gotten a good map from Treyarch since BO4, dude? Because I mean,
Nope.
Cold War, the only ones I can think about is what was that one?
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse and Crossroads Strike. Those are the only good
Mm.
ones. Garrison wasn't great for competitive, I didn't
Checkmate
think.
was terrible.
Checkmate was terrible. And the only reason
Mm.
that season survived was because they brought Standoff, they brought Raid, they brought Express, they brought all these BO2 maps remastered and just shoved them in, and they made up majority of the competitive playing pool, you know? Um,
It was
and I remember
terrible.
being like, I'll say I like Treyarch games, but how everyone was praising Black Ops 6 like it was going to be the savior. And I would argue it's been the worst COD we've had in the last 4 years. Maybe not in terms of gameplay and overall, but in terms of maps, it has been the worst COD in the last, yeah, maybe in the
Yeah.
CDL history, you can
Mm.
make that argument. I know people are going to hate with Modern Warfare 2019, but like, yeah, dude, I don't know. Like, oh, yeah, we can talk about
People
also advanced movement,
people
all
are
this other
going
stuff.
Mm.
to sorry,
Yeah, and I don't know.
go
People
ahead.
can speak about all this other stuff, but like we need good maps, and Treyarch has been labeled as this developer that always gives us good maps. But I don't think in the last two games that they have given us good maps. So that's the only thing that I'm worried about with Black Ops 7. And I feel like we might end up having the same thing because I mean, even this season, everyone's been praising the movement, the gunplay, like they've enjoyed it and all that. But like, oh, bro, the map suck, the map suck. I was like, bro, you were riding Treyarch at the end of last year, praising how good Black Ops 6 is going to be, and now you're complaining. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
It always feels like Treyarch, their map their map design and layouts, they don't it doesn't feel bad, but it just feels like they're developing for the wrong game,
Mm,
if that makes sense. Because because of how fast everything is in Black Ops 6.
Oh, they had to
That
make them
doesn't make,
bigger.
yeah, but a lot of good, the good maps are the small ones.
Yeah.
Like I really like Skyline, but it's just so
It's
small
so
for how
small, dude.
fast
With the
everything is.
tack sprint and the sliding and the omni movement, you
Mm,
can just get to places so quick, bro. Like you don't get punished
mm,
if you like mess up or yeah, it's insane. Um, so I'm excited for Black Ops 7, but I'm wary because
mm.
I don't know what is there really to make me think that it's going to be better than Black Ops 6. You know, besides the movement and stuff, which is already a good thing in Black Ops 6, it's the maps and the other things that I'm worried about.
Mm.
And I'm not just going to be a Treyarch fanboy for the sake of it, like the rest of this community.
I need to see better maps, and I don't want to see tactical
Yeah,
sprinting
I think tax
anymore.
sprint should be taken out, dude. Well, no,
I need a break.
either sliding or tax sprint needs to be taken out. I like Modern Warfare 2 when you could still
Mm.
tax sprint, but you didn't couldn't slide. I thought that was cool, but I know people enjoy sliding, so I don't know. I don't know. Um, I don't know. Any final thoughts before we move on, or are we good?
But what are they doing? Are they making new are they still making a new Call of Duty game every time?
Apparently
Like
now they are
every year,
every
even
year. Yeah,
after they said they weren't.
yeah,
Is it
yeah.
is it
Yeah, they lied
is it
straight to our
because
face.
Bro, they want the money.
is it because it's meant to be what you call it, like a continuation of the previous one, like Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3,
I don't
or
know
are they
why they're
different
doing
games
it like this,
completely?
dude. I don't know why they're doing
Mm.
it like this. Like I thought they were taking a break, and it sounds like Modern Warfare 4 or whatever is coming out next year. So it seems like there would have been a break, but then Black Ops 7 just came up. So I don't know why they're doubling up on years with developers now. It seems like a bit of a mess. I don't know exactly what's going on, dude. Um, but yeah,
I
Is it
think part
being
of it,
sorry? Yeah, go ahead, Garen.
uh, I was gonna say, I think a part of it is they change their mind depending on how successful the game is.
oh, for sure.
I
So
think you're right. Yeah.
yeah, so if Black Ops 6 was successful, they would have just had a second year of like patches to it. But because it's not,
Because the
because
game
it
not good enough to
fell
go for
off,
2 years, they
yeah, they decided we'll just do Black Ops 6
let's just
with
jam Black Ops 7 in there. They won't
jetpacks.
know, bro. They won't know.
Yeah,
Oh, biggest DLC ever, Black Ops 7, huh? Changes the game completely. It's
yeah.
1,200,
ridiculous.
1,200 rand DLC, please, please.
Yeah, that's literally all it is. Because they know the hype of new title is going to bring back all the new players for like 2 months, and that makes them enough money to ride out the rest of the year.
Nah, for sure, for sure,
Mm.
without a doubt. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'll be playing regardless, but I might not be happy
Yeah.
about it.
Buckle up, children. Buckle up, sisters. Buckle up, brothers. It's time for Shorty Time.
Shorty time, man. Shorty time.
There you go. Hit up the
Yeah,
kids with it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so it's time for the Shorty Time segment. Um, Today we're going to be playing the two Breaking Point games, and then Garen has some slides that he's prepared that me and Ben are going to guess some things. So let's get down to it. Do you guys want to do player guesser or gridlock first?
I'll be bad at either one.
Ben, what you feeling, boy? Player guesser or gridlock?
Sorry, I was lagged out.
Oh no. Yeah, we're doing player
Play,
guesser.
player guesser, I
Okay,
guess.
who's our first guess? Who do you guys want to guess first? I normally go default envoy. I don't even know if that's a good guess or not, but
How do you know?
so as you guess, then it'll tell you what things are right or wrong about your player. So it'll give more clues about what player you're looking for. So it gives you your country of origin, how old they are, how many tournaments they've won, how many rings they've won, and then if any teammates or teams that they've played for. So let's just go.
My mind is telling me Mercules, my boy.
Mercules. Okay. Imagine that's the first one. Sheer. Merculus, my boy.
You didn't play this already.
No, I don't think so. Okay, so zero
Okay.
wins, zero championships, but older than 21 and hasn't teamed
And
with
he's not
Mercules.
American.
And he's not American. That's actually a good shout. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's probably someone from
So what, do we think
what is it?
Beans?
Miami Heretics.
Oh no, it
Yeah,
wouldn't be
maybe
Beans. because he no, it's not Beans because he didn't play. It says he didn't play for Toronto here. Um,
Oh, isn't that the team? Oh,
so
yes,
those are the
yes,
teams
yes.
that Mercury's played for, and then here
Mm,
none of his teams have been reviewed of the mystery player.
mm.
Ben, what are you thinking?
Uh,
Miami
could it be someone from Miami?
could be. Who you want to try from
Uh,
Miami?
They also do all-time players.
Yeah, it's not
So,
just CDL players, but
yeah.
I know Young if he's or I guess he's older than 21, but
Hey, is the audio
so,
bugging out for anyone?
I think you're lagging, bro. Shall we try rain call and see what happens?
Oh, isn't Renko 21
I don't
or
know.
young as well?
Let's see.
Mm,
Let's see.
yeah.
Okay, so he's not Spanish either. Um,
Which player has played for a bunch of teams?
Probably Priester.
Is
He's been around the block,
yeah,
bro. Do you want to try him just to see what teams we're looking
yeah,
for?
just to see what
But
teams.
it's not an American though, is
Yeah,
it?
but we just want to get an idea of teams. Bro, this guy's been on no teams,
Damn.
bro. I think,
Oh, it
yeah,
could
yeah.
be someone from Falcons.
It could be, but no, it's not. It's not because
No,
Priester was Falcons, remember? I'm
yeah,
Uh,
thinking, I'm thinking it's nasty
we can try.
because Surge hasn't been pulled up yet.
Mm.
He's
Uh,
British.
And he's ringless.
Okay,
Oh,
okay. So they played for
that's
London and their teammates. Well, were teammates. And
no. I
but he's
think that
older.
it
He's
means
older, bro.
currently teammates.
No, it can mean past teammates as well.
Oh, okay.
Who are we
Mm.
thinking, bro? Who else is
could
on
be
that?
Shawnee. Could be. Oh, I think it's Zero.
You think it's Zero? But he's
Hmm.
won a major before, I'm pretty sure.
Uh,
I don't think
so
it's him.
then Shawnee. It's Shawnee. It's been Shawnee.
You want to try shit? Oh, he's not even
Whoa,
is he Welsh?
They
not even
all the
English.
same. They all
Bro,
the
Yeah.
same.
it's still older, bro. Who else was on that
Yo,
Marky
Ravens
B.
team
Could
there?
be Marky B.
Uh, what's it like Dylan
Uh,
or whatever? What's his name? Shall we try
mm.
Dylan?
oh
Because these
yeah.
are OG players, I think.
And they're all the same.
Still old. What flag is that?
Yeah, I don't know about this one, dude. I assumed he was. Maybe that's you. I don't know. I'm
That's
lost at the moment.
what's that?
George.
Who are you thinking, Ben?
Could be Scraps, could be Wuskin. Who else? Who else is British?
I think let's try Wisconsin because I'm sure Scraps won with someone. Jeez.
Yo.
We got
Come
it. We got
here.
it. Today's average was 6 guesses though. Okay, so we got it in
How
7.
many did we get in?
We got it in
Oh,
7. Not bad though. Not bad though.
That's
They were
terrible.
they were working us, bro.
how
Like
how do people get it in 4?
yeah, I don't know. They probably just got lucky with they were like, oh, okay, it's
Mm.
someone British and they just guessed. They got lucky. I don't know, at least we got
Yo,
there.
that Priester guess you're in the average.
But look how many teams he's been in and none of those got flagged, bro. Like that's crazy. But well done, boys. We got there. We got there. Okay, let's go to gridlock now. Okay, so obviously like you match
We're only
up.
playing one round.
I mean, it's like
You,
Wordle. It only comes every single day.
yeah.
So you can't do multiple at a time. Okay, so now
Yo,
obviously we're
we,
matching all these different things together. Um,
we're just gonna do Wisconsin or for 0 event wins and at least 28 years old.
I don't think was he 28?
Yeah, he was. I think so.
Okay.
Play for the Huntsman.
What? No.
What does it say there?
Garen's talking about this block. Oh, this one, yeah, this is for Huntsman. And then
Hmm.
whatever's going on here. Okay, so teams with
Gunner's.
draws in is what? Zero? No, no. Gunless has event wins, but he won pre-CDL.
What will
Uh,
that? Mm.
Who was in Chicago that didn't have event wins? It was probably, okay, this is going to be a pull. It's probably that backup guy that they had, that bench player. What's his name? General or whatever.
he wasn't in.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
I know
He
ball.
was in
I know ball.
Huntsman.
He was
Not
their
enough to win
substitute.
fantasy though.
Yeah, yeah, not for fantasy, but for these things, I'm balling. Okay, so then here and like Chicago Huntsman and 28, I think it's either Former or Scump. I don't know who you guys want to put down.
What was that? Yo, this is gonna show I know nothing.
Well, I guess no, it
What
could be
was?
anyone. Sorry, not
Yeah.
28. Sorry, I'm talking about Chicago and United States. Could be
Mm.
you could put any player down. Let's come back to that one
I
because I
think
don't
let's
want to.
leave that
It's
one for
I don't
probably
want to.
last.
Yeah, I don't want to
Gunner's.
Yeah.
use
It's
up
probably
our.
Gunner's.
Okay, then who was Rocker and Chicago? That's,
That was uh
was it Gunless?
yes, it was Gunner's.
Because it's not RCTs, it's not Formal, it's not Scump, it's not Envoy.
It's not Pristini.
Yeah, it's not Pristini. It must be Gunless. Hey, Garen, you think?
You bully.
Bro, Garen, the Chicago Huntsman is just a made-up team, bro. Garen doesn't
Hey,
know what
Yeah.
28
that
years old. 28 years old in Minnesota is probably Kenny,
accuracy.
right?
Kenny's not 28.
Yeah, I was
Uh,
about to say.
I think it's accuracy. Because he was in Rocker on Cold War.
But we can do Kenya and Draza.
Nice. What do you want to do with?
No,
Team that
Minnesota
draws
and
in
Draza
Minnesota
team.
is Kenny.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Nice. Good comms, boys. Okay, what else are we thinking? Which are the
At
hard ones that
least
we need to do?
28.
I think the hard one is 28 years old and zero event
Mm.
wins. Oh, but you said Wiskin for that one, Garen, based on the
Yeah.
previous game we played. So let's try that.
Yo, maybe I'm misremembering.
Nah, clutch.
Oh, he shoots
Yeah,
and he
man.
scores.
Who team that draws
That's
a
why.
CDL and has zero event win? Oh, another pull,
What?
another pull.
Hmm?
This is
Oh,
a random
The
guy
frick is that?
who joined
that's hollow, my
OGLA
boy.
in Modern Warfare 2019 when Draza joined, and we've never seen him again.
I call him Bad Draza.
Okay. Chicago
Team
Huntsmen
of
and
Draza.
United States. We have so many options. Who do you guys want to put? Scump?
Yeah, we
No,
can.
that's too easy.
Or maybe we should put Scump at 28 years old.
Yeah.
Who's 28? Who's
Oh,
28 years old? I mean, no, sorry. No, no. Bro, I'm confusing the grids out here. Bro. I'm confusing the grids. Okay. And then here we can put what? Octane.
Octane. Yeah.
Bro, Karen, we're on the same wavelength, bro.
Yeah.
And then Chicago and United States. But the
why does it
shot,
have to be Octane?
it doesn't have to be,
It
but
doesn't
he's
have
an
to be.
option.
Yeah.
Okay, we got 9, and today's average was 7.73, boys. Come on, gang. Come on, gang. We did well. My
Oh,
personal average is 7. So we got all of them. We are
Yo,
the
you
best.
placed a lot, eh?
That's how
Yo,
you
you
get
really
good
have
at
no
it, bro.
work to
Bro,
do.
you wouldn't have got Hollow or General without me, bro. That's why I'm locked in. Locked in.
Bro, you properly locked in. That was impressive, but it's also kind of sad.
what we should try and do next time, we should aim for the lowest percent.
Yeah, we should. I wonder which other ones.
So like, yeah,
Oh, your sender, bro. 14%.
sender.
I didn't know that existed. Capsidal
Wait,
with the
what?
0 with the 0.7, bro.
Capsidal.
What does that mean?
So this means these are the 2 options that you could have done. And 85% of people did general and 14% said sender. And Garen's saying next
Okay.
time we should try go for the for the lower percentage. Um,
Hmm.
but you see, like this one, Gunless is the only answer. So
No, Garen, you can't go lower than 100%, you fool.
you can't go
But there's only
lower
one
than
option.
100%.
Never.
That's what you're
You're
saying,
not
man.
allowed to.
It's either 100% or nothing.
Garen.
Okay, I think it's time we can move on to our last segment of Shorty Time.
Shorty Time.
Okay, so let's see I'll guess the team time.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give random game mode stats, and you have to guess the team.
Oh no.
Okay.
That's
So this
straightforward,
is
my boy.
the
Let's see if
Ben,
it's
lock
as
in.
easy.
Yeah.
Lock in, Ben.
Hmm?
Let's go.
so they were eighth overall in hardpoint stats, a
Sheesh.
45% win rate, 0.99 KD. They averaged 206 points per hardpoint, and they had a minus 16 average point differential.
I don't know what that means, but thank you, my brother, for all those stats. I appreciate it.
So on average, they lose by minus 16 by 16 points.
Okay.
Well, that makes a lot more sense. Thanks, my brother.
Yeah, they do.
I don't know. Like, I mean, eighth overall, so they're like the bottom tier of hardpoint teams. So then they're not, it's not Falcons, it's not Gorillas, it's not, who are the other trash teams? It could be C9, could be C9.
Yeah, I wouldn't do my team that day.
Yeah. It's the trash, but it's also the trash that's better at hardpoint.
Yeah.
So I don't think I could Surge, Thieves, FaZe, Miami. It's none of those. It could be Optic. It could be, no, Optic's done alright in hardpoint, I think.
Mhm.
Ben, who do you want to guess? I'm either feeling Rocker or C9. That's who I'm thinking.
I think it's Boston, my
You think
brother.
it's Boston? Okay, let's go with that one. I'm happy with that.
Wrong.
Who was it? Oh, I forgot about
Ah.
The
I forgot about
Ravens.
bro, I thought they would probably be dead last at hardpoint, bro. These are stuck at hardpoint. But obviously not that much. They're still
Not
the
that
eighth
Okay,
best.
Yeah.
this game is pretty easy. That was a good start.
I got it.
Okay. So these are the S&D stats. They're sixth overall, 47% win rate, 0.96 KD. On average, they win 4.55 rounds, and they lose by 0.3 rounds.
Who's our good S&D teams? Thieves, FaZe,
FaZe.
Miami. It's not Optic. Optic hasn't done well in search. It's not
Is
Rocker.
Minnesota okay? No?
I don't think it's Rocker.
What are other teams? Oh, Toronto's probably all right. Toronto might be a good one.
Toronto's really good at search. I don't think it's them. I feel like
So you
honestly,
said
I feel like it could be like Falcons or like because they are right
not
at search.
Falcons.
I think it's them or I feel like I'm missing a team. It's not Carolina.
You guys
What
can
was
ask for
Boston
hints if
like?
you want.
We can ask for hints.
Yeah.
Ben, do you want a hint?
What's the
If you need.
stats with it? Let's see. Next time we'll ask for hints. Let's see how this one goes.
Who are you thinking, Ben? Actually,
So we said it's not FaZe, not
I honestly think it's either Optic or
here.
Falcons. That's my guess.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. You called it,
Let's
my
go
boy.
with Falcons though. I don't think it's Optic. Optic.
Yo, you're so close, Joe.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm terrible at this. I don't know ball.
I almost had it, bro. I almost had it. The problem is I know they'd slipped up in search in Major Four, so I thought that would push them down more. I didn't I knew they weren't the best, but I thought they were a bit lower. Okay. It's fine. I was close. Garen was smiling when he heard me say, I think it's Falcons.
Okay, so these are the control stats. So they're 10th overall.
Bro, who hasn't? These kids barely want to control the whole season.
Might be C9, my boy.
Bro, I think it's the three bottom teams, bro. It's either Falcons, Gorillas, or C9, dude.
Yeah. Might
Ben,
just be.
Who do you think, Ben? Who do you think? Unless it's some other team
I
that
think
we're
it-
not thinking of.
Who else is at the bottom?
No, man, I'm not just talking about in standings. It could be other teams. I don't know. Who do you want to go with, Ben? 1.77
Well,
round wins is they're not even
It's
making it to round
disgusting.
5, dude.
Mm.
I think it might
37% win rate.
be.
Yeah.
You think it's gentlemates, or do you think that's or LA Guerrilla G mates? Do
I
you
think
think
it could
it's
be. I think it could be Gentlemates, but I also think it could be like some team like freaking Miami, dude.
weren't Ravens pretty bad?
Yeah, but I don't think Garen would put them twice. That's what I'm also using as my pick. But I think it's either Miami or it's Gentlemates. That's my guess.
Let's go
Hmm?
LAG.
Yo, Joe, Ben set you up to fail.
Oh my gosh, bro. Bro, I need to stop freaking double thinking this track. My two options have been correct the last two games.
I'm terrible at this. You must just go for it, my boy.
I should have gone Heretics. Look, bro.
Oh,
Okay.
so back to S&D. Oh, I forgot to add. I'm pretty sure they fourth overall in
Fourth
S&D.
overall.
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
So Toronto, Thieves, Heretics, FaZe. Do we think it's FaZe?
Was FaZe only fourth overall? Is this,
I think it's
for
either Ultra or
S&D?
FaZe. I think it's either Ultra or FaZe, in my opinion.
Why couldn't it be someone else?
Because I think Thieves is better. They're not fourth. Heretics has done really well. Unless, oh, no, but it's not going to be back-to-back Heretics. Yeah, I think it's FaZe or Ultra.
Unless.
No.
So you guess this one, my boy.
Let's go Ultra.
Ooh, you got it, dude.
Come on. I
That's
know
a
ball.
1 for
I
5.
know ball. I know ball.
Is that 1 for 5?
The
Ah,
FaZe downplay is crazy. Because they're still first in S&D.
are they still first?
That's what
Yeah.
No,
I
I
would
thought the
think.
major four fall off had brought them down a bit more. But okay.
Oh, and I was wrong. Toronto's third overall in S&D.
Okay. I knew they were a
Do you
good
want to guess
team.
who's fourth?
Optic.
It's either Heretics or Falcons, I think.
Yeah, it's C9, bro.
D9 in search.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
Okay. Respect it. Do I believe it? No. But do I respect it?
No.
Yes. Ben, your camera's off. Are you hiding? Are you shameful after that
Is
performance?
my camera off? Sorry. Hello. I'm not good at that one, eh? I
Bro,
couldn't think of teams or
it's like
couldn't
knew
think
he
of
didn't have
anything.
answers and he was hiding, bro. Oh, wild. Okay. Does anybody have anything else to say before we end the
Maybe
episode and head off?
Shorty
Okay.
Time was
Black
lacquer.
Ops 7 is going to be mid.
Yeah, for sure. But are we gonna play it? Fish out. Fish out.
You know
For
it,
sure.
bro. I just need to get my gaming laptop and then I'll be there.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
International search and destroy gonna be crazy.
Son of Nash and now.
Okay. I think we're
Ben's
gonna
going
call
to
it
run a
there.
corner, see everyone, and port back.
Yo, bro.
Mm.
Man's gonna be lagging so hard. Okay, but I think that brings us to the end. I just want to thank everyone that tuned in for the episode. In the next coming weeks, keep the gunny hot, and we'll catch you on the stream, brother. Cheers, Zach.
Get ready for Black
Yeah,
Ops
baby.
Sexy.
Oh, see you guys. Cheers.
Love you.